Ng Poon, 2024 is an intense action thriller that plunges viewers into a world of legal corruption, injustice, and redemption. Set against the gritty urban backdrop of an unnamed Asian metropolis, the film presents a powerful story about a young man framed for drug trafficking who becomes the catalyst for an ex-prosecutor's return to justice. With themes of betrayal, resilience, and moral courage, the film challenges perceptions of right and wrong in a legal system distorted by power and greed. This review delves into the film's major plot points, characters, performances, thematic elements, cinematography, editing, sound design, and overall impact. It also reflects on how Ng Poon distinguishes itself from typical courtroom thrillers and revenge dramas, offering a more introspective and grounded tale of justice reclaimed. Plot summary. The story follows Wei Ng, a 22-year-old delivery boy from a poor neighborhood. Living with his ailing mother and younger sister, he struggles to make ends meet while keeping his record clean. One day, Wei is approached by a charismatic lawyer, Mr. Poon, who asks him to deliver a package offering an unusually high payment. Desperate, Wei accepts. But as he arrives at the delivery point, police storm the area. Inside the package? Several kilograms of narcotics. Wei is arrested, beaten, and paraded before the media as a drug mule. His pleas of innocence fall on deaf ears. The legal system, influenced by corrupt defense attorneys and bribed prosecutors, offers him no mercy. Enter Adrian Lau, a former star prosecutor who left the legal world in disgrace after a failed case against a powerful legal cartel. Adrian sees Wei's case in the news and is struck by its similarities to the case that ended his career. Haunted by guilt, he decides to investigate. As Adrian digs deeper, he uncovers a dark web of corruption within the legal system where innocent people like Wei are being used as scapegoats while a secretive group of elite lawyers traffic drugs, silence witnesses, and control verdicts. As Adrian tries to expose the truth, he becomes a target. The same lawyers who ruined him once are now determined to finish the job. Wei, meanwhile, is transferred to a high-security prison where he must survive brutal treatment and avoid the influence of real criminals. The bond between Adrian and Wei grows, with Adrian acting as both legal advocate and father figure. Together, they build a case not only to free Wei but to dismantle the corrupt network. In a thrilling courtroom showdown aided by a hacked video, a brave journalist, and a last-minute witness, Adrian succeeds in proving Wei's innocence. Several corrupt attorneys are arrested and justice is served. Characters and performances. Wei Ng, played by Jason Kwon. Kwon delivers a heart-wrenching performance as Wei, capturing the raw emotions of betrayal, confusion, and determination. His transformation from naive youth to self-aware survivor is gradual and believable. Kwon's eyes often say more than his words, especially during interrogation scenes and emotional confrontations. Adrian Lau, played by Daniel Wu. Daniel Wu is magnetic as the disgraced prosecutor turned hero. His portrayal combines intelligence with emotional vulnerability, making Adrian one of the most compelling characters in the film. Wu balances the character's world weariness with a flicker of hope, and his courtroom monologues are delivered with fiery conviction. Mr. Poon, played by Byron Tong. Though only appearing in flashbacks and surveillance footage, Mr. Poon's character looms large over the film. Cold, manipulative, and calculating, he represents the quiet ruthlessness of elite corruption. Tong's performance is understated but chilling. Supporting cast. The supporting cast includes a persistent journalist, Maggie Liu, a crooked judge, Henry Tam, and Wei's mother, Yvonne Cheng, each contributing to the realism of the story. Liu's character offers a critical outsider's perspective, while Cheng's portrayal of maternal suffering adds emotional depth. Themes. Corruption and justice. At its core, Ng Poon is a scathing critique of systemic corruption. The legal system isn't just flawed, it's weaponized against the powerless. Lawyers and judges, meant to be symbols of justice, are depicted as predators. The film doesn't offer easy answers but emphasizes the need for moral courage to confront injustice. Innocence and betrayal. Wei's journey from innocence to awareness mirrors the audience's awakening to the film's deeper message. In a system built to break you, survival is an act of defiance. The betrayal he experiences, by strangers, by the system, and even by himself, fuels his transformation. Redemption. Adrian's return to law isn't just about helping Wei, it's about reclaiming his own lost integrity. Redemption here is not automatic, it requires sacrifice, humility, and resilience. The bond between Adrian and Wei becomes the emotional engine of the film. The role of media. The journalist subplot explores the power of media in shaping public opinion. Initially, the media demonizes Wei. but later it becomes an ally in exposing the truth. The dual nature of media as both a weapon and a shield is thoughtfully presented. Cinematography and editing. Cinematographer Ho Chung uses stark contrasts to reflect the moral ambiguity of the world portrayed. Scenes inside the courtroom are lit cold and sterile, while prison scenes are dark and claustrophobic. The city at night glows with menace, echoing the film's tension. Camera movements are deliberate. Close-ups dominate key emotional moments, while wider shots emphasize isolation. Editing by Minji Park is tight and purposeful. Transitions between the legal world and street life are fluid, helping maintain narrative coherence. Fight sequences, particularly one inside the prison yard, are shot with gritty realism, eschewing flashy choreography for raw impact. The use of surveillance footage and phone recordings adds a documentary-like feel to the evidence scenes. Sound design and music. The film's score, composed by Kim Yi-leung, is minimalist but effective. Low-string instruments underscore scenes of tension, while subtle piano notes highlight moments of reflection. The music never overpowers the narrative. Sound design is immersive. Echoes in prison halls, the scratch of pens in court, and the buzz of fluorescent lights all create a lived-in atmosphere. Silence is used powerfully, especially in scenes where Wei is interrogated or contemplates his future. Dialogue and writing. The screenplay, penned by writer-director Lee Jun, is sharp and layered. Dialogues feel authentic, never resorting to melodrama. Courtroom exchanges are smart, referencing legal precedents and procedural tricks without alienating non-experts. Wei's limited speech in the first half is contrasted by his emotional testimony later, marking his growth. Adrian's lines range from philosophical musings on justice to biting critiques of the system. His closing argument in court is a standout moment, poetic, passionate, and politically charged. Symbolism and imagery. Several symbols recur throughout the film. Broken scales of justice, seen in a sculpture at the courthouse, the scales are imbalanced, a subtle nod to the theme of systemic injustice. Wei's red jacket. In early scenes, he wears a bright red jacket, symbolizing innocence and vulnerability. It's removed during his arrest and only returned after his exoneration, signifying restored identity. Adrian's watch, a gift from his mentor, the watch is broken, much like Adrian's moral compass. As he returns to law, he gets it repaired, symbolizing his renewed sense of purpose. Pacing and structure. At 117 minutes, Ng Poon maintains steady pacing. The first 30 minutes establish the central conflict, while the middle third focuses on investigation and mounting tension. The final act, centered around the courtroom showdown, delivers catharsis without dragging. Flashbacks are used sparingly but effectively, revealing Mr. Poon's recruitment tactics and Adrian's past failures. These sequences enrich the narrative without disrupting flow. Impact and reception. Ng Poon is not just an action thriller, it's a moral drama that raises critical questions. Who profits from a broken system? What is justice in a world where laws are for sale? These are the haunting questions the film leaves behind. Audiences have responded strongly, with many praising the film's realism and emotional depth. Critics note its success in blending genre thrills with social commentary. Though it contains thrilling moments, the film is ultimately more interested in ethical dilemmas than car chases or explosions. Comparisons and influences. Comparisons to films like Prisoners 2013, The Client 1994, and A Few Good Men 1992 are inevitable, but Ng Poon carves its own path. Its Asian setting, focus on legal corruption, and use of street-level realism distinguish it from Hollywood thrillers. The influence of directors like Bong Joon-ho and Hirokazu Koreeda can be felt in its blend of genre storytelling and social critique. The film avoids easy moral binaries, instead portraying its characters as flawed, complex individuals. Final thoughts. Ng Poon is a compelling, thoughtful, and emotionally resonant film that transcends its genre. With powerful performances, a taut script, and timely themes, it delivers more than suspense, it delivers substance. Whether you come for the courtroom drama, the character arcs, or the broader societal critique, Ng Poon offers a rich cinematic experience that lingers long after the credits roll.